Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn. Hello, everybody, both on Zoom and in person. Welcome to another incredible Farbrengen as part of our 60 days SAI Systematic Avodah Initiative for Elul and Tishrei. And as always, basically always, I am so excited about this prize. So I want to share what today's prize is. Well, as many of you know, the name Chana and Rebbetzin Chana and everything that has to do with Rebbetzin Chana is very near and dear to me. She is like my spiritual mommy. Like, I am so connected and I love her so much, and there's something very, very special. And I've been digging and digging for years for any information I can get that isn't just, I think it's called A Mother in Israel, right? That one book that, yeah. So a few years ago at the Kinnis, they gave out a teeny tiny pamphlet with a beautiful story of a young girl that helped Rebbetzin Chana through, like, escape from Russia, through that whole crossing the entire Europe, and it was incredible. So at that point, we made a print with the Living Chassidus logo, and we did like a whole thing with it, and it was really, really special. If you're giving me weird looks, I will give you a copy after this. It was really, really beautiful. So for this year, we decided to go above and beyond, and we actually did our first publication. It's not real. I mean, we did design it and it is ours, but I can't take full credit. It is absolutely entirely published and copyrighted by Kahat Publication Society. Oh, yay, Baruch Hashem. Welcome. Oh my goodness, Hashem loves you. I'm going to finish the introduction and then I'm going to give you the seat. So then I'll move. So
you got the book. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Baruch Hashem.
Yeah, that's my speech.
I just organized. So anyway, so this is all on Chabad.org, all the pieces, all 27, I think, chapters. And what we did, 39 chapters of the Rebetzin's memoirs translated into English. And what we did is that we compiled it into a book, and then now it is yours to keep. So I'm going to announce everybody that earned this as their prize, in addition to Mrs. Swerdlov, of course. Yes.
Can you tell some people to text if they want me to ship their stuff now?
Yes, and if you're out of town and you would like Adina to ship your stuff, your prizes, please text her right away. So we have Chaim Matasav, Batya Kovtunenko, Esther Citrin, Kali Aronson, Bela Kalandarova, Adina Lapine, Bracha Zerkin, Chana Simcha Hillel, Shelby Aronson, Rivka Mendelson, Sima Deshevsky, Tehila Diaz, Allegra Shmulevsky, Ruta Cohen, Yosefa Wood Eisenberg, Nomi Schleifer, Rachel Spiro, Michal Miller, Rachel Hellinger, and Ariella Zuckerman. And if I missed your name, please message me. And Chani Albuquerque, woohoo! And Baruch Hashem, you guys all earned this incredible sefer. Now, I think this is one of the most famous, incredible speakers in Lubavitch, Mrs. Miriam Swerdlov. We are so lucky. We are so lucky to have her. And I guess I don't even know I'm taking up more space. This is all hers.
You don't take up so much space. Okay, I'm so happy to be here. I was in base.
Can I clip this on your?
Oh, there are people out there.
There are.
Okay, go ahead, clip away.
Thank you.
Nowadays, you never know. I must have a glass of water. I just finished speaking to a bunch of teenagers. Okay, so I'm going to show you two pictures before I begin even. This broke on the way. No one is allowed to say, "Oh, you were so skinny." No one is allowed to say that.
Where are you?
I'm so skinny, you can't tell.
Oh, there's a camera.
This is me.
Oh, wow.
And we sang for the 7th annual Neshei Chabad convention. And you notice all the ladies, I don't think you know the names, but I'm going to say them anyhow because I think they deserve to be named. This is Rebbetzin Chana Popak, Mrs. Because I really believe that we only have two Rebbetzins, Rebbetzin Chana and Rebbetzin Muslim. But some of these ladies are, I don't know. Rebbetzin Chana Popak, Miriam Popak, Alaa Shalom, she was one of the presidents of Neshei Chabad. Zelda Nemes, who was very, very active in Neshei Chabad. My sister Leah Khan. Tema Garari, who was the head of Neshei Chabad. Rebbetzin Groner, Reb Leibel Groner's mother, she's Rebbetzin. Our Rebbetzin Chana, and Mrs. Gorodetsky next to her. Now, if you notice, no one is looking at us except for one woman. Do you see it?
Yeah, Rebbetzin Chana.
You want to pass this around?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this broke. I'm going to have to get me another one. Rebbetzin Chana is the only one that even bothered to turn around. My sister Leah is sitting there, and I laugh at her all the time. I said, you were too flippin' busy worried about your little chapeau. She's wearing a chapeau, a flower on top of her head. So she was sitting so prim and proper to be good for the picture. She didn't turn around to look at me while I was singing. Rebbetzin Chana bothered. But you know the beauty of it is? She must have only turned around once. And the photographer got it. It could be the rest of them turned around, though I know them, I don't think so. L'chaim.
Bobby, which one are you?
The youngest, thinnest, prettiest one. No, I'm in front of the mic.
That's what
I look like Bossy, yeah. I'm in front of the mic.
Oh, wait. I know your boss.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Now, so I have to tell you about Rebbetzin Chana was just the most loving person. She was an approachable Rebbetzin. When my oldest was born, Yudi, I'm actually going ahead of myself. I would go to, do you know where she lived? 1418 President Street.
Right there.
No, it's 1418. It's still 1418. But 1414,
Moved over.
no, just took the whole thing and calls itself, but in the city rosters, it's 1414 and 1418. 1418 President Street. In fact, tonight at 9 o'clock, there is a program with all the Friedman boys, like Avram Fried, and they lived upstairs, and Rebbetzin Chana lived downstairs. And when Avram Fried was a little boy, he sang for Rebbetzin Chana, and she said something about, oh, he's going to be something when he grows up. And he is. Okay, so she used to, I'll tell you, I don't know from where to start because you're adults, but the kids, I had an exact. Rebbetzin Chana loved people. And when you read this, you'll come out with one word. If you're sensitive, you'll come out with one word. You know what that word is? Lonely. She was lonely. The Rebbe used to come once a day at night for 15 minutes. And he didn't come and say, guess who's getting engaged, the hoe? I mean, no, once, that's all, and just show it to her. He didn't come and talk Narishkeit, and he came out of, give me a word. Yeah, that's the, yeah, but soften that, covered. But really, obligation, of course. So he came every day, but he didn't hang around. In fact, my sister Leah was there very often when the Rebbe would come, and she would want to run away. And Rebbetzin Chana said, don't. He'll be so happy that I have somebody here. Rebbetzin Chana loved nigunim. What's your maiden name? It's driving me crazy. Was I your mola? I was your mola. Oh, that's your moral. No? I was. What? Oh, okay. I knew. That's the same. What's your name? I forget. First name? I'm sorry, I forget stuff. Rebbetzin Chana loved to sing. I love to sing. I don't sing well. I don't have a good voice, but I sing correctly. Like a niggin is a niggin. And I'm not talking about the little nigunim. I'm talking about balachs, charitonov nigunim. And I feel so bad. Why didn't I take a few women or girls that sang just to go and sing with her? She loved to sing so, and music, real music. Not Mary Haddle. Yeah. She would go to in Mykolaiv, where her father was the Rav. She would go to the home of the Charitonovs. They're the ones that wrote the Beinanig, big nigunim, heavy nigunim. She would go and sit in their house for 3 hours every Shabbos just to hear them sing. Now, what do you know about somebody who likes deep nikina? What? They have deep neshamas. Yeah. She was a beautiful woman, physically a beautiful woman. And just for us women, because I think it's so cute. If my sister heard me say that, I said it was so cute, she would unsister me on the spot. When they got engaged, you know who read the Shidduch? The Rebbe Rashab. That's almost like by you. Yeah, that's also pretty big there. The Rebbe Rashab read the Shidduch. And he wanted to wear a casket. Reb Leivik wanted to wear a casket. She wanted him to wear a regular black hat. And she was so proud because she got her way. When she was very young, she became the Rebbetzin in a city called Yekaterinoslav. Now, do you know your world history? Why was it called Yekaterinoslav? What? Catherine the Great, of course. What happened when the communists came in? Was it still Yekaterinoslav? Of course. Anything to do with Malchus went. Communism came in and they called it Dnepropetrovsk. I'm so happy they didn't hyphenate it. Thank you for laughing at the right place. When she became Rebbetzin, yeah. I have a son-in-law that's English, and they say never tell an Englishman a joke in the summer because Yom Kippur and Shul, he's going to finally get it. So, Rebbetzin Chana, when she became Rebbetzin, she was a young girl, but she was married to the Rebbetzin Chana son. Big. He was a Mekubal even then. He wasn't a Oberflächlich person, but he knew how to deal with the Zionists in the city. It was a very intellectual Zionistic city. He knew how to deal with the intellectuals. He knew how to deal later on Zionists. Yeah? He knew how to deal with all the isms. He understood them. He knew how to talk about them. And she was his right-hand man. They had 3 sons, you know. Our Rebbe is the oldest. Did you go with me to Ukraine also? No. You were which year? Moscow? Before I started doing that. Because go online, ladies, and look up the Menorah Center. It's the biggest Chabad house in the world. Who said they were there? How come? Oh, okay. It's fast. Montreal goes. He built his 7-branch Menorah Center, the biggest Lubavitch center in the world, overlooking the house that Reb Leivik was arrested from. His office is on the 18th floor, and he could look right there. So he should know who he is and where he came from. Now, they had a son whose name was, I'm sorry, I have the hiccups. His name was Reb Dov Ber. We called him Rebbetzin. Rebbetzin had an illness. Nobody talks about it. See, nowadays everything is open and everybody talks about everything. And also nowadays, if you have a child that's not well in any kind of, you try to keep them home. In those days, no. And he was put into a sanatorium. Today, it takes a half an hour to get there from Dnipro. Then it took an hour and a half on terrible roads. She used to go visit him as often as they allowed. I don't hear you. Not weren't allowed. It wasn't done. It wasn't done then.
He was born with something?
No, no. The truth is, since they don't talk about it, it isn't written anywhere. Nobody talks about it. I have an inkling what it was, but if they don't say anything, I'm not saying anything because I don't really know. But he was put in a sanatorium, not a hospital. A sanatorium is for illnesses not to do with physical ailments. You got it. Yeah, I don't know what it was. But I do know that Reb Leivik said about him that he was brilliant. I know nothing else. When Reb Leivik was taken in those of you who are married and those of you who will Amir Hashem be married, please listen carefully. He was taken Erev Pesach 1938. Rabbi Kamenetsky's window goes on to that house. Rebbetzin Chana went every single day. So does my camp. We didn't go every day, but we went to every one of the offices. She asked, "Where's my husband?" And they said, "Adna minutishka," and they looked in the papers and they said, "We don't know." What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? You took him. We don't know. She would come back the next day. It took a year for her to find out where he was. A little less than a year. She used to bring food. Once a week you were allowed to bring food. And they told her which day. One time that day was Shabbos. She asked the Goya that maybe cleaned the house, I don't know, if she would bring the food. Reb Leivik saw the food and he said, "It was brought here on Shabbos?" She said, "Yeah, Mary brought it." And he said, "He's not going to eat the food." And she said that he had more hanoah from not taking the food than from taking it. At the end, she found out. What? Yeah, she would. You know how it's done? There's just quick. There's a window here, and there's guards that walk back and forth in a narrow passageway, and there's a window there, and that's how you see each other. You scream through the two windows, and guards walk back and forth, and you have 15 minutes to do this. And most of the time you're saying, "Boss," because you can't hear. I know this from my father. My father sat for the same reason. And in my father's diary and my mother's, that she came with the children, she came with Leah. And she didn't bring Shalom Ber because she couldn't schlep with two kids. So he got scared that there was something wrong with Shalom Ber. So the next time she brought Shalom Ber and didn't bring Leah. You with me? And most of the time was, "Wo sind die Kinder? Wo sind die Kinder?" That's the way it was. Back to Reb Leivik, I'm sorry. Now, She found out that he's going to Chiali, Kazakhstan. They're in the Ukraine, 2 weeks by train, night and day. To a place, you'll read this in here, to a place that has the worst weather conditions in every single weather. The worst winter, the worst summer, the worst everything. And she describes how she walked in the mud. You put a foot into the ground, and then you have to make the next step. You have to schlep the foot out. Are you with me? Like it went. They couldn't find a room. They finally found a room. I don't want to go into detail, but the mattress was a living mattress. They were always hungry. She never had bread. She used to go to town with those feet and got bread, a half a loaf, and it lasted 2 days. The Goya that they lived in her house had these big loaves that she used to tear apart and throw to the pigs. The pigs were her pets. That's the life she lived. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. Goodness gracious. She had to make a decision. Is she going to go with her husband, or is she going to stay so she can see her son? Ladies, I already told you what she did. She went with her husband. I don't want you to think about her. On one of my trips, my cousin Dina was with us. You all know my cousin Dina. She's Yitzi's wife. You all know Yitzi? Yitzi, what's his last name? Horowitz. She's Yitzi Horowitz's wife. And Dina said to me, you know, I make that decision every day of my life. Am I going to be with Yitzi all day? Or am I going to take my kids to the park or to the swimming pool or ice skating? And I make the decision to be with my husband. You're going like this. Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's incredible. There was a girl that lived in her house that used to come visit. Her name was Rivka. And this Rivka was like, you know, like a girl that's in the house, like a Machon Chana person or Machon Liados that becomes your granddaughter. And Rivka said, you go and I'll go visit your son. In 1941, the Germans walked into Yepetrovsk. What did the Germans want of the world? What did they say? A pure race. So what's the first place they went to? The sanatorium. They told the, I once called them inmates, I didn't mean to, but the occupants to go outside to take their clothes off, to totally make them into nothing and run in the forest, and they shot them in the back. Rabbi Kamenetsky put up an incredible, unbelievable matzeva for them. Is Rebbetzin in there? Nobody knows. I don't know. Nobody's going to exhume it to find out. But we go there every year. And I'll tell you the truth, I feel more there than I do by the Alter Rebbe. I feel a lot by the Alter Rebbe, but by the Alter Rebbe, I feel ruchnius. I thank him for Tanya. I thank him for Chassidus. Well, my neshama talks there. You know, you start singing the Alter Rebbe's niggin and you're gone. Especially if you need shidduchim for your children and grandchildren. You're a basket case there, at least I am. But by Rebbetzin, I feel like I'm there instead of Rebbetzin Chana. I feel like we're there, we're his mother. And the Rebbe very much appreciated people that went to his kever. Now, this is a story for us. It's not, I don't tell it everywhere. When the Rebbe got married in Varsha, they couldn't go. They didn't get permission to leave Ukraine, Russia. So they made a wedding in the house. And the whole city came. What? Yeah, this is way before. I'm sorry, I should take out my notes and go in order. Thank you. And they danced all night. And Rebbetzin Chana was by herself in the kitchen. She had nobody to dance with. Reb Leivik told Reb Meir Shleima, her father, go into the kitchen and dance with your daughter because she's all alone. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, isn't that? Go into the kitchen and dance with your daughter because she's all alone. Reb Leivik was a people person, as I said before. Okay, so I skipped back. I'm sorry. There was something else I should have said before. After World War I, she was a young girl. She was 20-something years old. After World War I, there was an influx of people from everywhere that had nowhere to go. She found them homes, housing, food. She did everything. It's funny what I'm going to say now. The Rebbe was very proud of her. He talked about her at Farbrengen, and he told little stories. And when I was a little girl, I thought they were little stories. The older I got, the more I realized they weren't little stories. They were big stories about a big woman. When Reb Leivik was in Chiali, in this horrible place, he finished his years. By the way, my father, Olav Sholem, used to send money every week to Reb Leivik, every week. Oh, just to give you background so you know what I'm talking about. My grandfather and the Rebbe's grandfather are brothers. I'm a Schneer son from home. So it's not my fault. I didn't do anything. I was born there. So my father, Olav Sholem, would send Reb Leivik money every week. My father was a businessman. So whatever we had, what? My mother is a cousin, yeah. My mother and Reb Leivik are first cousins. My grandfather is a Mendel Schneer son. Reb Leivik's father was a Baruch Schneer, they're brothers. Now, interesting. When she left Chiali, they went to Alma-Ata. I was invited to be the guest speaker in Alma-Ata 2 years ago for 75 years of Reb Leivik. I expected to see the kind of a city she writes about. In Alma-Ata, they just discovered oil, honey. It is a very rich city today. The hotels are all 5-star. Yeah. It's called Almaty. You were there when? When it was already rich? Where did you stay?
By American standards, it would be a normal hotel, like it's not fanciest, but not a 3-star. But by them, that was like the fanciest.
No, we stayed in Mamish. We stayed in better than the Waldorf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, way better. The people that made the 75th brought in party planners from Israel. You got to see the breakfast and the lunch, and you know me, I hear food, I'm happy. Yeah. Just to tell you, this was at the big dinner. They served gravlax, homemade. And a lady sitting by the table says, they didn't even cook the fish. So I thought, yeah. No, she's the one who, her son sent her caviar, and she said to her son, the jam that you sent me is a little salty. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. Rebbetzin. Reb Leivik actually, again, they don't talk. Reb Leivik had cancer. That's what he died of. But people don't. But the way we were told that he lost weight, It was very yellow. What? No, oh no. And the doctor said they can't do anything anymore. That's what, again, nobody's saying. Rebbetzin Chana left the year, as soon as he passed away, Chopov 1946. In 1947, I wonder if you know about it. Did you ever hear it from me? She stayed in our house.
Yeah, I was gonna say, make sure you say that and about when you walk in.
But
Make
yeah,
sure you say that and when you walk in.
okay. She stayed in our house from Purim till after Shavuos on 10 Rue Dieu, Place de la République in Paris. The Rebbe stayed in a hotel called Edward VII by Place de l'Opéra in Paris.
Ask a technical question.
Sure.
So he passed away in 46. The war was almost the war over.
45,
April of 45.
May 15th, May 15th, 45. I was born March 45.
Were you going to Paris?
I was born still over there. I was born in a place called near Samarkand, Tashkent, called Frunze. Where are you from? And I'm from Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyzia. We're neighbors. From what city are you in Uzbekistan? What? In Yezhnaya. And I was born in, it's called, then called Frunze, now called Bishkek. Anyhow. Let's go on, please. Thank you. In 1947, they came to Paris. The Rebbetzin came first, and the Rebbe came from the United States to make papers for her. The Rebbe flew. They went home, went by boat.
Yeah.
Flew there. A telegram came to the house that he's landing at 7. He came at 2. Does anybody know the Slavin family? Well, the 2 Slavin grandfathers, they're both not here anymore. Yosef Slavin, who's Bronya Schaefer's father, and Grinya Slavin, who's Goldberger's father. Crown Street, upstairs of that new school that, what's it called? I forgot. On Crown Street, on my block. They were outside when a taxi stopped. What? You know the story? Oh, yeah. When a taxi stopped and out came, I'm going to take off my pocketbook. Please sit down. When out stepped, I'm sorry, ladies, I don't mean to describe him like that, but that's how he looked. A very well-dressed, very elegant gentleman with a leather hand thing and a suitcase. And they realized this must be him. All of our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren know what the Rebbe looks like, even 27 years after Gimel Tammuz, right? Most of them say Rebbe and look at the wall, yeah? Those days, nobody knew what his name was. Do you remember, do you know what he was called? The Ramash. There was the Rashag and the Ramash. And when he came out of the car, one of the Slavins walked over and said, "You decide the Ramash?" So he smiled. I don't think he walked around calling himself the Ramash. So he smiled. And the first thing he said was, you tell me, what's the first thing he said? Vurdi Mama. Now that morning, she had come from Poking, which was a army base, a displaced people army base with terrible ulcers in her legs. Do you know what those smell like? It's horrible. My aunt Sora used to wash her feet every day and put on maz, how do you say maz? Ointment. That morning she woke up, the Rebbe was coming at 7 o'clock at night. She woke up very nervous. anxious. So what do you tell a lady that's very anxious? Come on, and you have to have a whole day with her. What do you tell her? How many years they didn't see each other? You tell me, figure it out.
Like 20.
Exactly 20. Exactly 20 years. And my aunt, who didn't know what to do, what would you do with a lady that woke up in the morning and was very nervous and you had to entertain her for the day? Come on. What would you tell her? Let's go shopping. But not our kind of shopping, yeah? They went for one thing, and she hadn't had a new hat in years. So my Mama Sora took her downtown to get a new hat. When the Rebbe came, she was out buying a hat. So Mr. Slavin, what? He came 2 o'clock instead of 7. So she wasn't home. She wouldn't have been buying a hat. She knew he was coming home. Hadn't seen each other in 20 years. Make the cheshbon. He left in 27 and this is 47. There are 2 versions to the story. I like the second version. I think I made it up. I'm not sure. I'm honest with you. I'm out there. I'm honest. You know I'm honest. Mr. Slavin said that the Rebbe went into daven mincha and came outside and said he's going to wait for his mother outside because she's coming. They told him that she went downtown Paris to buy a hat, or she went downtown Paris. I turned the corner. I said, I turned. They turned the corner to the house. I took my girls there and cried like a 2-year-old. They turned the corner and he saw her from far.
This is at what time?
What?
Like, this is at that already? What time are they coming back already? So he was reading, okay.
And they met. So one version is that they stood looking at each other and were shaking for 20 minutes. I think that my mother said that they grabbed and cried. I'm sorry, it's my principle for tomorrow. Rebbetzin Taub, I'm in the middle of a shiur. But what do you want to say? Of course. I told them to come at 9 o'clock. Bye. I teach in a seminary for developmentally disabled girls. And it's the greatest. Do you know why? Ask me why.
Why?
Funny you should ask me. There are no borders, like there are no filters. So after every class, it's, we love you. You think I get that in Beis Rivka?
Baby.
We love you.
You're also developmentally delayed. No, thank you. I really mean it. I have love letters from them. It's a machaya. It's great. I come into Beis Rivka. I love Beis Rivka, but I finish class. If anybody even knows that I'm alive, it's a miracle. L'chaim.
You're too cool.
What was I saying? Yes, I like the second version better. Okay. They stayed in our house from, this was a week after Purim till a week after Shavuos. Now, this is the first time in anybody's life that we knew when the Rebbe's birthday is. Rebbetzin Chana one day walked over to my father and said, Ihr weißt, as morgen is my, and she used his name, Yom Haledes. Ladies, there was no paper plates. Yud Aleph Nisan is 2 days before Yom Tif. The whole city of Paris came. And I think about my mother. How did she do it? My mother and my aunt? It's unbelievable. They had an unbelievable, and on a private note, I was 2. My brother Mully Shmuel Butman, was 4. And we had on our forks, mine and Mully's forks and spoons, we didn't eat milchiks. We never ate milchiks Pesach. So it was only fleishik forks and spoons. But our forks and spoons had red, not tape. In 1947, was the gebal tape.
String.
Yes, string, not string, fodim,
Fabric, thread.
thread.
Material.
Because it shouldn't get mixed up with everybody else's in case we brooked. The Rebbe's had blue, because his didn't get mixed up with everybody else's. He didn't eat what everybody ate. With us, they were worried. Are you with me? The other direction. With him, he was very quiet. What he ate, I don't know. Again, you know that they don't talk, right? That generation doesn't talk. It just, hat nicht gegessen, was alle essen. Finished. Schita most probably. I don't know. I have sons-in-law like that. No, I'm very careful. I only buy in one place because I don't want to be asked at the table. What? No, or can I eat that? Or no, so I just go holy moly and that's it.
Wait, Rebbetzin Chana came with the Rebbe?
No. Oh, I shouldn't have said it like that. No. No, but really it was no. Tell me why it was no. Anybody?
Because of the daughter of who she was, or because of her old parents?
They weren't married yet?
They were married, right?
He was an American.
Think.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, I don't want to say it.
You could say,
Have you ever met your mother, like your own mother-in-law?
not just that.
Oh, she.
If he came,
No, like you don't want to hang out with your mother-in-law for like,
not just that. He came to help his mother,
right. You send your husband by himself
to help his mother. If you're there, if you're there,
To you.
Right.
he came for one reason and one reason only, to help his mother.
Why did it take so long to go back to America?
Well, it took a long time to take papers. You're European. You can't figure that out. See, an American can't figure it out because Americans think everything. What? Yeah. Another story. I'm sorry. I keep going off on tangents.
Where like, was Rebbetzin Chana, did she go visit Rebbetzin Chana?
Did she what?
Did she go visit Rebbetzin Chana? Like, once? Or did
No.
It was, let's say, a very correct relationship.
But they did like see each other.
Yeah, it was, I just said, a very correct relationship.
What is it?
Correct means they saw each other. I'm going to get to that in a minute. My father, all of us, to go with the Rebbe to all of the prefecture, to all the offices. A silly story. And when my father would get to the train station, he paid for his train ticket. The Rebbe said to him, Reb Zalman, ihr hat nicht kein Kartitschke? That's a, like, you know, you pay for 10 and you get 12. How do you say that? Well, today it's a Metro card. Ihr habt nicht kein Kartitschke? That's a name. So the Rebbe says, ich hab ständig zwei. I always have 2. That if one finishes, I should have another one. Why are you paying for 2 extra rides? HaKadosh Baruch Hu chasam ameinu shel Yisrael. Hashem worries about our money. It's not that he was cheap. He was, give me a word. No. No, oh, maybe frugal. Ausgerechnet. Practical, yeah. Why waste 2 tickets?
It's gonna come today.
Oh, I don't know if you said that, but because why waste 2 tickets? Okay. I was going to tell another story, but time is running away. So I'm going to talk about when she came here. Now you asked about Rebbetzin Musya. The Rebbe asked his mother to live with them. Do you remember where they lived? On New York, corner President, on the 3rd floor. And the Rebbe asked his mother to live with them. Normal, right? They had 2 bedrooms. Please watch me. He said name. I learned from Hanalea a very good expression. No is a full sentence. And she said, no. She didn't say, no, or no, or she just said, no. No strings attached. And she said something incredible. The first no is the easiest. What would happen if she moved in and things didn't work out? She would then have to say no. What kind of no would that be? Well, she did live with them until she got the apartment at 1418. So she lived with them, but they knew that she was living with them temporarily. That brilliant, or is that brilliant? Do you think she wanted to live with her son? Sure. But it's not just the son, it's a daughter-in-law. And it's not the same. And that's the way it is. Chas v'shalom, not to say that there was a very correct relationship. But it wasn't, hey, you want to go shopping. But then nobody was, hey, you want to go shopping. Sure. New York and president. New York and president on the corner, 3rd floor. I was there, so I know. I went to the house. Okay. Let me check. Oh, here it is. And then when I was 15, Hashem decided, he does stuff, whatever he wants. My mother passed away. I sat Shiva on my 15th birthday. Rebbetzin Chana took a very, very keen interest in all of us, and especially in me, because I was the youngest. I will pass around, and no one is allowed to say, oh, she's so skinny. This thing is heavy. And I should have just taken a picture of it, but I thought that this is more authentic. I will show it to you from here, and then I'll ask you to pass it around. I'm the one in the white dress, the thin one. I look exactly like Basi. And this is Rebbetzin Chana. She sat to my right. She took this very seriously. Give it to her, she's gonna take it around. When I had my first child, Yudi, take it and show people which one it is. So when I had my first daughter, Yudi, who's today the shlucha in Mill Basin. In fact, I was supposed to speak by her tonight. I have 3 things tonight.
Oh, wow.
So we got someone else to go there. Who was your person that double booked? Oh, okay. How does that happen a day before? Okay, not my business. But I need to have something to clap on. I would come to the corner of President and Kingston. That's where she stood. Please watch me. She stood like this on the corner. What? That's in front of 770. But this was her stance in general. That's a body language. She was beautiful. And she stood on the corner, and we would come and we would go for a walk. One time, she noticed I was getting a little pregnant. My first 2 are 13 months apart. And she asked me if my husband helps. So I went home and I said, label, Rebbetzin Chana said, you got to help a lot more. Isn't that what she meant? No? My husband's he always tells the story that when he went once, I think half of everybody went to walk by. And as he walked by, she said to everybody, Dossi Merala's man. Merala is what the family calls me. This is Merala's husband. So he said, I will never be a person on my own. I will always be Merala's husband. I told him he's lucky, right? L'chaim. Rebbetzin Chana. When she saw, she was worried about me because 2 babies, 13 months apart. I don't have a mother. My second daughter's name is Chana.
She was born after? Oh, yeah, she didn't see it.
In here. She was born, yeah, I closed it. She was born in Tavis. Rebbetzin Chana passed away of Tishrei. Now, the little stories. The story with the ink. Tell me why the Rebbe talks about that so much. Do you know how many times he told that story? What's so important about the ink story? First of all, did you ever see a picture of that? I saw a picture of the book that Reb Leivik had, and the ink, what? And tell me about the ink. That's right, because she cooked it, and however it came out on the same line, the different colors, red and green and purple. Did you ever need a pencil and couldn't find one and had to write something down? How do you feel when you don't have a pencil? Reb Leivik had Tata inside and he couldn't write it down. She cooked him ink. Why does the Rebbe talk about that? What are we supposed to learn from it? What? More than Mesiras Nefesh. More than chesed, more than Mesiras Nefesh. Understanding the man you're married to. He needs ink. So you make him ink. Whatever, you love someone on their terms, not on yours. If he needs ink, you make him ink. You don't say to him, ink, what do you need ink? What, you have so much to say, you need to write it? Are you with me? I feel that the Rebbe tried to teach us something. We all have archim. We all feed people. And yet the Rebbe talked about her with such glowing terms that she fed people. It was during the war, there was nothing. And the story with the bread, any story. He was so proud of her. Do you mind? No, not you. No. I have respect for. I'm going to end with an embarrassing story. But my kids are married. And my grandchildren will have to do it on their own. It's a very embarrassing story. And I always wonder, why do I tell it? You've heard it from me, no? Yeah, you feel like you have. Oh, do you need the details? Oh, you don't have the details. Great. So once upon a time, the truth, I must have been 12 or 13. I tell people I was 10, 9, 8, 2. Do any of you have older grandparents that have somebody living with them that need to be in the house just to be there? Rebbetzin Chana had a woman that stayed there. And my sister Leah Khan, Rabbi Yael's wife, she talked to Rebbetzin Chana twice a day. And one day Rebbetzin Chana said to her that the lady that stays with her, I think her name was Mrs. Winter, I don't remember, has to go to a wedding. So Leah says, well, the Rebbetzin can't be by herself. Merala, me, will come. Now, if you were going to somebody's house to sleep over, tell me what you would take and then what you would take it.
Nicest pajamas.
What?
Your nicest pajamas.
Go ahead. What else? What would you, toothbrush? What would you,
Robe to wear over
what
the
would you
pajamas.
put it into?
A nice bag.
And a bag, a sleepover bag.
A paper bag from the grocery store I took, because that's how it was then. Now, one of my grandchildren, they would take a backpack, gegangen naar reich, yeah? The sneakers would have to be Adidas, you know? We didn't know that then. And so I took my nightgown or whatever, put it into a paper bag, and off I went. Hanalea, did you ever hear this story? What?
You give, yeah, you give
Did you have to tell?
Sorry.
I leave the house. And my sister Leah has the nerve. She's 12 years older than I am. And she was my mother, really. And she said to me, behave yourself. And I thought, of course. Why is she telling me this? Of course I'll behave myself. I know where I'm going with my paper bag. And I came into the house. There was 2 bedrooms, a dining room and a kitchen. And the Rebbetzin said to me, remember, I'm 12 or 13. And the Rebbetzin said to me, Kom in kich, we will drinken tea. Come to the kitchen, we'll drink tea. Did you ever drink tea at age 12 or 13? In your life, did you drink hot tea? And if you did I drink tea, but it has a handle. Nah, it was, I think, in a yard-side glass. You know what I mean? Those glasses, yeah?
the Russian.
Yeah. And there's no sugar in the tea. Boss, I'm in the middle of a class. Anything wrong? Oh, that was the class before. Ask her if she was embarrassed. She said it was good. Then you know it was good. Yeah, okay, I'm glad. Sei gesund. Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, but now I'm in the middle of another class. Sei gesund. Love you. I spoke for my granddaughter's class. And I felt so bad for her because, you know, at that age, you don't have mothers and you don't have grandmothers like your. Anyhow, where was I? Tea, hot tea. So I said, this is what Leah meant I should behave myself. I should drink the tea like a mensch. So I'm holding it. And it's really hot. And I'm sipping little sippies. I didn't spill, I didn't break, everything was great. Yes, yeah, but you know from her already that it wasn't good. I love you anyhow. And then she took me to the room of the lady. Now I saw something there that I had never seen. A makeup table, and it had a mirror this way and 2 mirrors this way. And you could do this and see the back of your head. I never saw the back of my head. And she had doilies, spotless. And on this doily was a brush. And on this doily was a comb. And right in front of me was a very interesting looking cardboard round box. Now, you know, I wanted to know what was in there. So I went, it didn't open. So I went, and it didn't open. And then I went, man, did it open all over.
What was it? It was face powder.
Face powder.
Makeup was always a powder.
And you know how it flies, right?
Like in the air.
Everywhere.
Just flower.
You know the doilies that had holes in them? No more. You know the mirrors, those 3 mirrors? They were covered. I started to cry. And I went like this, and I looked in the mirror, and I had railroad tracks on my face. Oh, this isn't the end yet. And just then, Rebbetzin came in to see how I am. Please watch my face. Her first look, and it took maybe 2 seconds, was. And then I think that's what Leah meant. And she said, I'm going to bring 2 schmattes. Eine nasse und eine trockene, a wet one and a dry one. Wir wollen das ausreinigen. We will clean it. Und wir wollen keinem nicht erzählen, and we won't tell anyone. You know who I was scared of, right? It was between her son and my sister. I don't know if she ever told it ever, but I told Leah. I couldn't keep it in. The Rebbetzin took the doilies to the window, and I did the floor. I remember doing something with the mirrors, but I think she finished it. We covered the box. I don't think there was anything left in there. We put it all back exactly the way it looked before. She took me to my bed, laid me down in it, kissed me on my forehead, and said, "Und jetzt a gute Nacht, schlaf gesundheit." Now, tell me what she did for me. No, think. Embarrassment is only oberflächlich.
She was like your
Think, no, think deeply. No, think, what? Think deeper than that. Think deep. What? Deeper than that.
When you become a mother, you become
Deeper than that. What did she teach me? That's oberflächlich. Don't be oberflächlich. Oberflächlich means surface.
You're more important than stuff. You're more important than the mess. You're more important than the
Ladies, where are you? Yeah, very, but
Stop to protect someone else's
dignity.
you're all great. You're brilliant, but you didn't say it. In life, there's going to be problems. You have to solve it. That's what she taught me. If there's a problem, fix it. Now you get it? She didn't just do the problem. She gave me a solution. I'm going to bring 2 schmattes. We're going to clean it up. Because in life, you're going to make a lot of tars. I think she knew me. But all of us will. And when the tzara happens, what do you have to do? You have to swallow. And you have to clean it up. And you have to take responsibility for it. That's what she taught. I know it's very nice to say she taught you, that she forgave you, she was nice. Yeah, that's all here. Do you understand now? That's all here. That's very nice. Yeah, very nice. Fix it. Find a solution. You did it. You find a solution. And there is a solution. You got to look for it. I mean, how many of us, don't raise your hand, have messed up in our lives? All of us. All of us. Figure it out. Maybe make that phone call. Maybe find out when they're not home and leave a message on the phone. Doesn't matter. Fix it, whichever way. Fix it. You did it. you clean it up. You know, in stores, it says you broke it, you bought it. You broke it, you pay for it. Are you with me? That's what she taught me. And one of the most beautiful things, I think, is how her face shone when she talked about her son. How proud she was. Okay, one last. Do we have time for one more?
Yes.
The Rebbe taught Nigunim. And the Nigunim that he taught weren't new Nigunim. They're not his Nigunim. He wasn't the Mechaber. He taught Nigunim that he knew from his life in Nikolaev from years ago. Anim Zmiris is not in Lubavitch and Nusach. And yet he taught us Anim Zmiris. Must be from his grandfather, Sholem Nikolaev. Where else did he hear Anim Zmiris? But once my brother-in-law of Yale, so hard to say all of us Sholem, my brother-in-law of Yale would go to her house right afterwards in the afternoon, and he would sing the niggin for her. My luck, I was 14. I have a very good ear. I don't sing well, but I sing correctly. Like you sing, Mary had a little lamb to me once, and I'll know it immediately. That was funny. Shamil's niggin is hard. It's almost impossible to learn it after once. So the Rebbe did sing it 3 times, and I thought I knew it. And of Yale couldn't go in the morning. So they said I should go because I understand the niggin. At least they thought so. And I came in and I started singing the niggin. And she said, "Ich erkenne das nicht. I don't recognize it." You know why, right? I didn't sing it right. And then of Yale came in and he sang and she said, "Ah." So let's do Shamil's niggin. And now I sing it correctly. Ya 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 ma ya ma ya 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 ma This is in our house in Paris. So is this. And these are the 2 Slavic brothers. Okay, so I need 5 people. No, it's less of a crowd. So 3 people to tell me, what did you gain out of tonight? What talked to you? We need to go home. Yes. What's your name?
So I was thinking about the story you told about the egg and how she did when I was her husband ate second rice Swerdlov. And I mean, I just connected that because I was very serious.
Oh.
And it's a lesson like to be considerate. In general, you have to be considerate when you're 12, but really like when you're getting married, like you really have to go that extra mile to like
To see what he needs, not what you think he needs. It's about you also. Don't put yourself down. But you have to see, just because you don't understand the importance of ink, to him it's important. Thank you. That was very good. Anybody else? 2 more people.
She told Zadie to help.
What? Yeah. It's not, he does. Yes, he does. 1 more person. Come on, people.
Her kindness,
What?
her caring, her,
Yeah.
the from knowing your situation and being there, for you,
Yeah,
sitting next to you at the wedding. and
Yeah,
being-
yeah. That's who she was. That's who she was.
I love the story about dancing.
Yeah, isn't that magnificent? That I don't say a lot in a lot of places because not a lot of people understand that. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
They were home with the babies. there's
No,
babies.
no, it
Also,
was a different time. It's
They
a
didn't-
different
they
time.
had the counts.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a different time. And it
dangerous
was
to go out.
dangerous to go out. It was a different time. Women didn't go. First of all, there was no Lubavitcher women. The only people in the town were Tsugikumana people. And it was a big deal to go out at night. So Tsugikumana means people that, addition to Chabad, they weren't Lubavitcher people. L'chaim, seid gesund. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You know what?
Mind if we take a picture
I want to
together?
wish you one thing. She should come soon and you'll say, oh, I know you. Miriam talked about you.
Yes, amazing.
It's
Is
tradition.
it, isn't it, can we take a picture together?
Sure. What's the big deal?
Just checking.
She makes a selfie.
But
Very cute.
okay,
We all turn around.
Is it okay if you turn this side?
I should go look. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I'm not so modern. Ich weiß nicht, Punkt. Wie.
There we go. Is everybody in? Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yay.
Tell me
thank
about this.
you.
Whose basement is this?
So this is our center. I don't live here, but this is our basement. for our
So you
center.
pay rent for this?
Yes, and this is called Living Chassidus.
And how do you pay for it?
Fundraise, Baruch Hashem, the beautiful donations from all these incredible women and more. Baruch Hashem. We take care, we're kind of like the Chabad house after cemetery.
Very
So
nice.
we take care
You
of
could take this
the
on.
incredible young in Crown Heights and so many that are actually out of town. So
She gets her girl.